Welcome back to what will be episode 3 of the 76 US Capri series. So obviously after last weekend we didn't have so much success. Well, we got the starter going and all that and a bit of things sussed out, but we couldn't get spark. So I'm hoping this weekend, fingers crossed, after a few minutes of playing we'll have some spark. But let's just see how it goes. So if you couldn't tell by my jumper and then a bit of heat there, it's absolutely freezing in the shed. Despite being an insulated shed, it's still not very warm when outside is just off the minuses. So the owner has dropped off a new DuraSpark unit. Now this is one of the non-genuine aftermarket ones. That's all we could get for now. Got it quite quickly, so what we'll do is we'll give it a go, see what happens with that. They're not supposedly as reliable as the factory ones, but you can always grab one of them in the future and we can use this for now. So I got a new one of them, which we're hoping is issue. I got 8 new spark plugs that will need to be gapped to 0.75mm or 30 thou if you want, born in the mid-90s like me. And a new set of power spark leads, because obviously the old ones are just very tired. So for the price they are, it's stupid trying to reuse the old ones if we do get spark. So yeah. What we'll do is we'll get this hooked up and we'll go back to testing again and see what we get now. So for the eagle-eyed ones earlier, you may notice that I've got 8 spark plugs, not 6. We've only got 6 cylinders. For the ones that know me, I'm pretty tight and it's cheaper to buy 8 spark plugs than it is to buy 6. So we got 8. No harm in having some spares, is there? So that's a plug rigged up on the AC pipe again. These have already come gapped at what we need them to be gapped at, so that's fine. Straight away on the aftermarket DuraSpark unit, all I do, plug the first connector in and it already falls to pieces. I can see why people said to avoid these a bit, but yeah, that won't affect our issue here. So I'll get the battery charger on a minute to give us an extra bit of boost. Well, actually we'll try about a second. You probably won't be able to see a spark here. I'm not sure if you can. That's even if we do get a spark. I was hoping. Ignition's on. Screw it. Give it a go. I haven't plugged back in my dizzy. Ooh. No spark yet, but let's try. Attempt 2. Yes! Yes! We have spark! We have spark! Finally, spark. That was that's close. Right, okay, we got spark. So now we know everything else is fine and all that testing paid off because it was just the shitty DuraSpark unit. And somehow this new cheap one's better. Well, working at least. So, what I think I might do in a minute is... Yeah, God. Sorry, the microphone a minute. First. What I might do now is I'll sort out this mess of the wiring, tidy it up, make it a bit safer again, and then we're going to go for changing the plugs, putting on the new HT leads, and maybe pour a bit of fuel in the carbon and see what happens. So, catch me next time for the fire. Thought I'd give you a quick update of what's going on before I head all this, just so you can see. Basically, I'm rejoining the cables I had to cut to do the diagnostics. So we've soldered up the permanent live when running. Here we've got the black and green is the sort of starter live, so it sends a signal. That's the sort of starting signal gets sent to the DuraSpark module, and in turn that retards the timing to make it easier on the starter. So that one's joined back up. But what I've also done now is I've taken the feed from that, sent it through a diode, and that'll be ensuring that the coil gets 12 volts as well on cranking. Because this car had it was set up differently. The DuraSpark module used to do that. Now on DuraSpark 2 that doesn't do that, so I've done it with that instead. But yeah, so I'll get this all heat shrink up, tidied up, and then I best work out what HT lead goes where, because when I removed it, I wasn't too worried about what went where at the time. So I guess I'll sort out. Ideal. So that's the spark plug changed. HT lead's changed as well. Bit of a pig, but yeah, due to all the emissions crap and stuff on the engine. So now I think we are ready to turn it over and see what happens. Hopefully nothing bad, but you know, I've got no starter retard to the ignition module at the moment because I'm using the bypass to start it, not the key from inside, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, grab some fuel. I'm going to fire up the charger to give it all the hope with no retard. Good. Turn the electrics on will help. Okay. So for now we just got a little bit of fuel. In the lid. I don't think there's any still in the carb, so we'll see on that one. But put a dribble down there. Might even backfire, so finish the hand. Yeah, let's just tell them see what happens. The firing order is based off of what Thomas told me, so whether that's correct with Capri or not, well the firing order is correct, but whether the Dizzy's the same, and we'll find out. Checking it is in park, isn't it? Correct. Answer. But obviously ignition time's out, so we'll quick peek it out in a minute and see what's up. So I just worked out the Dizzy's loose because, like everything else in here, someone's been in playing with it. So what we'll do is we'll turn the Dizzy a bit. Start off there a minute and see, sort of work our way around and see what happens with it. A bit more fuel. So potential backfires. Let's see. We'll try that. See what happens from there. Right, so still stall them. More return. Not stalling now, but not trying to fire. This is where two people would be very handy. Very handy. Unless the firing order's way out. Ah, had a little cough. That I'm going to get the timing light out and try and work out how far you're off. So I'm unsure about the time marks on this engine. They're completely different to whatever else I can find online for 2.8. So different to the UK variant by the looks of it. So what I'm going to do is just try and see if any marks look near with my gun. Whilst trying to turn it over and everything else. Yeah. So... let's just see what happens. If you didn't cough, that'd be helpful. That smells horrible. That's annoying, I didn't get a spark on one at all then. Until that off. Come on, baby. Just ramp it up a minute power wise. That's not helpful. Damn it. Right, so this is being a pig. Basically, there is very limited places from here you can turn the engine over because there's 4 belts on the front here and you can't access anything. The only one you can semi-access to turn a couple degrees at a time is the alternator, and because of the belt configuration there, that will only spin the engine backwards. It won't grip if you turn it forwards, so fantastic. So I had to scrap that idea. Well, I managed to turn it backwards enough to see some timing marks, which I've now dug out, which you won't be able to see down there, but I've dug out what looks to be a TDC and then probably a 4 and 8 and a 12 degrees mark. So found that. Before that, I was trying to find the top of the piston from plug 1, which on this is impossible. Well, maybe inspection camera might do it, but that's about it, because you've got the power steering, I'm guessing, power steering pump bracket right in the way there, so you can't see down the plug hole. You can't do anything. So that's off the cards. So as I managed to get the marker to about 14 degrees down there, nothing else, I thought I'd take off the dizzy cap and see where the rotor is. So that rotor there, get a torch a minute, he should be pointing more around here. But he's over there, so we'll see, a good sort of 45, 60 degrees out there. So the whole disc is going to come out and I'm going to have to readjust it and line it up to being a bit closer to what it's meant to be. But that would explain it. So yeah, I'll see you shortly if you want to bugger around with that in. Yeah. Right, so now the dizzy is turned back to being somewhere in the area, I think. Not sure yet. Now it's close to the area, I think we'll give her another go. Just see what it's like, adjust it a bit. So, a bit more. Oh crap, right, fuel in there. There we go. Turn the power back on. See if we're any closer or not. Well, that was a bit of fluke. Let's try it again. Fired straight up, no problem at all. Whoever messed with this car before was a prick. Let's try again then. Oh well. Well, we know she runs. We want the choke to be closed, ideally. Sprig more fuel in there. Start the video. Right, so I think now we'll have a quick play and see if we can get the timing a bit nearer to what it should be. Put the battery brake on it. see, and pop the power back off. There's a torch somewhere, there it is. Yeah, can't actually see my pointers. Oh well. Right, so the owner's happy. Good. So let's try and set the time in a minute. Shouldn't fire up here. Again, single-handedly, a bit of a pain in the ass. Let's see what we'll do it in a minute. I want you to fire up. So I wonder if we can just fill the float bell up. I'm not sure we can. Looking at that, without taking it all apart. Let's have a peek in it and see what we can do. See if we can drip feed some thing in it. Okay, so the idea being now, I've got a, I'll show you in a minute. Bit of a drip setup running into the carb. So that will look after a few minutes, and that means we should hopefully be able to get the engine running. Hope we can run the engine long enough to set the timing for now, and then yeah, that'd be nice. But we'll see. It's not close yet, but sounds like I might have run out of fuel. Oh, stupidly, the marks I left on the timing pulley, I still need to scrub the Tipex off to see more accurately where I am. Well, right, I can't get to let's try turning back. Go back and see how far we're timing that one. Come on, baby. Back it down. Back it up. I've designed this, it needs a good kick. Because it's a pain in the ass. Oh yeah, now you decide not to go back anymore. Don't be a dick. Okay, it's stuck there then. Whatever. Right, let's try to clean this up if I can, see what the hell I'm doing. So we're looking for 10 degrees, so we're looking to be on the TDC pointer really, because it's set on 10 degrees on here. And out of fuel again, I guess. Yep, out of fuel. Right, well, I'm going to take that as a massive success. Seeing as we started the day off, well, it's only been a few hours. Started after lunchtime with a Capri that didn't run. We've now got a 2.8 Cologne that does run. So, and actually it runs very freaking well. I haven't got much experience with these engines, but considering it fires on the key like that, it runs so sweet, especially from cold there, with God knows what vacuum bits disconnected and all sorts messed around with. I'm very, very happy with that. So yeah, hopefully that wraps up this video. Next up, I think, then is going to be a case of starting to, well, get that carb leak sorted so I can run it through a fuel pump and sort the fuel system out. And then it's going to be a case of tidying up the engine bay, I think, ripping out all the old crap and sort of moving on from there, really. So, yeah, very happy day. If you happen to have enjoyed, for once, some success for me, I know it's a bit of a rare, doesn't happen often. Don't get too creeped out, it's only going to happen once. But yeah, if you enjoyed this success, then why not drop a comment, tell me what you think, tell me what I've cocked up, or tell me if I've done alright. I'm learning. I'm no expert, as you gathered. I'm learning as I go. Or perhaps drop a video a like if you're happy with it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Until then, I'll see you next time. Cheers.